Hello everybody, welcome back. I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna review Pokemon X and Y episode number 80. Now, there's still a debate whether this is episode 80 or 79, but all my buddies, KG, Tyrone, and Dane, all think this is episode 80, and that the Pikachu episode counted as an episode. So I'm just gonna go with what they say at the moment. If anything changes, if we find out the proof that it is some different episode, then I'll change the number around. But for now, we're just going to call this episode number 80. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin reviewing this episode now, shall we? Now, this episode was fantastic. I loved it. It was a great episode. It was very much needed for Serena, and especially because she won her first tripokalon finally. It was something that was very much needed, that a lot of people knew should happen. Like, she couldn't lose this one, or else we would have to wait like another 20 episodes for her to try again. And so these episodes are a lot more tense, and I think a lot of people are so much more hyped about Serena based episodes because they're not like Ash gym battle episodes where he could just go back the next day. It's like she has to wait a while before the next tripokalon, and plus these are so much different from the gym battles that it's different, so it's a little bit more hyped up. It's a little more people talk about it, especially because there's also more shipping in there. I mean, let's not lie, that's also a huge thing in terms of Serena and driving Serena's character. And so, but anyway, let's go back to the main plot of this episode. In the very beginning, there was a very beautiful scene of Serena and her Pokemon looking up in the sunset. It was very beautiful. And later on, Serena went and talked to her mom, showed her an outfit. Her mom didn't really react to her hair being cut, which a lot of people thought she was going to have a huge reaction to, but I guess that was shown off scene. But Miette talked to Serena about it, and she asked Serena if the reason why she cut her hair is because Ash rejected her, but obviously that's not the case. But that was funny, and Serena blushed at that moment. But yes, when Serena saw Miette at the beginning of this episode, they had that little reunion, and instantly right off the bat, Miette went right into the amourshipping and just like bothered Serena with it right away. And something I like to point out also is that Bonnie now knows about this whole deal. Yes, so Bonnie was telling Ash and Clement that they didn't understand what was going on between Miette and Serena about Ash, and so Bonnie even knows that they're oblivious and they're dense. But Bonnie knows now, which that is a huge thing for the future of amourshipping, is that Bonnie now knows. So Bonnie could play a huge role in terms of amourshipping into the future. Bonnie could it would play a huge role, and Bonnie could talk to Serena about it, girl talk, or she could nudge Ash into doing something. There's possibilities are endless. I'm just seeing Bonnie being the one to bring amourshipping into canon. Bonnie's the one to do it. And maybe Bonnie will even do like some marriage gag with Serena and Ash later down the road. I think that would be hilarious. I think it would be funny. Like, everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa!" that would be the moment for me. But anyway, so let's move on to further into this episode, where Serena actually has her tripokalon, and so Miette wins, and Jessie wins their first round, and so does Serena. So I'm actually surprised Jessie won, and Meowth actually helped her out by telling her which Pokemon, like which ingredients, and Jessie ended up being able to pass the first round against those other competitors she was battling off with. So yeah, so Miette and Jessie move on with Serena into the final round, in which they actually performed. So I thought that was really sweet, really interesting. Serena has some flashback, another amourshipping moment with Ash, and Ash telling her she's amazing and her stuff is amazing, and like she gets really happy, and that encourages her throughout this tripokalon. And I love how Ash is seen as the more influential and inspiration for all the characters in the X and Y series. That's how he's growing and becoming more of a mature adult-like character for everybody else, and I think that's awesome, considering in the previous seasons he was always looking up to like Silent or Brock for guidance or whatever, but now Ash is the one that everyone looks up to for guidance. Now here and there Ash looks at Serena as inspiration or encouragement for his gym battles, but besides that, Ash is the main source of that inspiration. But anyway, let's move back to the tripokalon. Now, so Serena, Miette, and Jessie face off in the performance, as well as a couple other performers as well. And Jessie's one with Meowth and creating that the berry flowers or whatever you call them. That was pretty nice. Honestly, Jessie did a really good job. Honestly, they did not slack with Jessie's performance. They actually did a really good job with Jessie, and I'm actually happy with that. And Miette's performance was also pretty good. But Serena's, like we could see with Pancham and Braixen and Serena were all like dancing around each other, just firing away their Pokemon moves, and it was a nice little show. And at the end of this, Serena's, you know, holding on. She's just kind of really nervous. She looks up in this stage, and everyone's like firing away their votes for, you know, the people that they like the most. And so in the beginning, everyone seemed to be getting the equal amount of votes. And Serena starts having these flashbacks, and she just goes like nuts with these flashbacks about her whole journey and how hard it was to get here and how much she wished that she wins this right now. And then all of a sudden, she like looks up and everyone looks over, and she's getting tons of thousands of votes. I don't even know, but like she was just being like, all these votes were coming in, and she won by a landslide. And like her keyhole, whatever thing, I guess you could call it, the keyhole thing was almost filled to the top, while everyone else was like still near the bottom. And so Serena won by a landslide, and she was getting all these votes just coming into her little thing for, oh my gosh, like it was just amazing. And Serena was like, whoa, what's happening? And then they had a whole reunion, all happy rejoice celebration. It was awesome. And then at the end of this episode, we have Miette then again coming up to basically congratulate Serena. But before then, Ash gave Serena a compliment saying that that she did really good and that she looks cute or whatever. And then Miette came up behind her and actually repeated the exact words Ash said to her, like kind of mimicked Ash's words in Serena's ear. And Serena blushed, like, because Miette's trying to tease Serena. And some people wonder, does Miette actually like Ash too? And to me, I feel like she's just pushing Serena to finally do it. I don't think that Miette actually feels the exact same way towards Ash as Serena does. I feel like Miette is more like trying to just get Serena to do it, and that's why she's pushing her, acting like she likes Ash, so it makes Serena want to be like, oh crap, I gotta do it, or else Miette's gonna get him, you know. So I feel like that's how it is with the whole like love triangle thing. But anyway, Miette says goodbye, Ash, and runs off, and then Ash is like, good luck, and then Serena looks back at Ash with a blushing face, and like it's all funny. It was all good. I love this episode. The Tri-Pokemon, yeah, winning by a landslide. She needed that. It was tense. It was like, we still had our doubts that she might have lost, but I knew that they had to make her win this time, or else we would have to wait another 20 episodes, and we didn't want her to be like another Dawn, in which she like never won like that often, I guess you could say. But it was such a good moment, and it was a really good episode. I love this episode. I sometimes go back just to watch some moments of it because it was awesome. Also, one final thing I like to say is that Serena now has her own like victory pose for winning these keys, as Ash now has his winning pose with winning gym battles. So with his gym badges that he won. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I really hope that Clement and Bonnie get more episodes devoted to what their goals are in the future as well, because I feel like they're just extra characters in the series now. Their goals aren't very much clear anymore. I mean, Clement is probably going to go back to being a gym leader, and Bonnie, I don't probably go back with them, but who knows. I hope they continue on in another series after this. I really hope so. Even if it's the next journey, I really like these characters. And I hope that this whole cast even continues on with each other in the next series. But Clement has hinted at, hey, I'm going to journey with Ash until the Kalos League, and then I'll come back. So now it was hinted a long time ago by Clement. So Clement might leave, but then Bonnie might also leave with them because they're brother and sister. But Serena still has a good chance of being with Ash. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this review. I love you all. Please post in the comments below what your thoughts were of this episode, and what do you think about the future? What do you think about amourshipping in the future? Amourshipping is starting to go back on the rise again. What do you think about Serena? Do you think Serena will actually become Kalos Queen one day? Do you think that she's going to win the next one? You know, what do you guys think? What are your predictions for the future of both Serena and of this series? Are you guys enjoying the series so far? Do you think that this series could be topped? Anything you guys can think of, post in the comment section below. This series and episode was amazing. Post your thoughts. As always, I love you guys. I love you all. Thanks for watching, and peace out! Thank you very much. Oh wait, and one more thing. Hashtag Bonnie knows.